Many young people today love Jesus, but they struggle with church. They crave authenticity, but they're met with judgment and politics instead. So, my first question is, what does a healthy Christian community look like? And how can the Bible shape not just our personal beliefs, but our shared worldview and actions?
I think Acts chapter 4 is a good passage to describe how a community should be. And then we can also connect Philippians chapter 2 verses 1 to 4 also. These two passages that I would say are good passages to restructure or structure how a Christian community should look like. For example, in chapter 4 of the book of Acts, we see that people came together and shared everything they had, and they gave it to the church, and they lived together sharing what they have. And so it is a beautiful concept of community we could see in the book of Acts. Early church started that way. They lived together, they communed with each other, they helped one another, they brought things together, and they lived together. And what we see in Philippians chapter 2 verses 1 to 4 is also a beautiful passage where it says that, we have to consider others more important than ourselves. And when we live in a community, and let's say when we live together in a family, let's say two people are there, husband and wife, spouse, they are there, and if both of them are sharing with one another and giving to one another and loving one another, the whole community will be, the family will be amazing. But imagine two people trying to grab things and take from one another. It'll be really a bad marriage or bad relationship. And here we see this phrase over and over again, and the phrase is love one another. And I coined a term called reciprocal agapism. When I say reciprocal agapism, and what I mean by it, if two people are there or three people are there in a community, and when one person gives to the other, and the other person gives to the other person, and the other person gives to the other person, and we all receive from one another, it'll be a beautiful community. And that's what we mean as community. Community is a place where we are not there to take things from the others, but it is basically to give to others, to contribute others. The meaning of lust is nothing but taking the very best from the others for ourselves. And I want to take something for me is lust. But love is totally different. We try to give to other people. But imagine in a situation where one person is keep on giving and giving, the other person is keep on receiving and receiving. It will not sustain, or it will not last for a long period of time, because this person who had been giving for a long period of time is just going to go weary, and he will stop giving, he or she will stop giving. And so in a community, if all of us give to one another, share with one another, and live with one another, that will be an amazing community, I believe. So reciprocal agapism is a word.